Joining me now is my esteemed guest, the man, the fine man from Fiskdale. He gets stopped at TSA because of the cannon on his right arm. Some call him a good recruiter. The homies call him Dante. Others call him a coach's kid. We call it a head start. Joining me now is the quarterback of the 2024 class, the one, the only, Mr. Dante Reno. Dante, how are we doing tonight?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
No worries, boss. No worries. Good to have you on the show. So first off, I know you had the in-home visit last week. Just kind of walk me through how that went. I mean, you had the stars out for that one.
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, having the head coach come up to your house is pretty special. And then it was great just talking to them about the future and them talking about the team, where they were last year, where they see us going next year. Bringing in the class of transfers and bringing in my class. They're super excited. So I'm super excited to get started there in less than a month now. So it's going to be really fun, and I can't wait to get down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, like I said, I'm super appreciative of you joining me because I know this next couple months is super hectic for you. You got the All-America game coming up. We'll talk about that in a second. But I did want to ask you, like, part of that pitch of them coming, in for the in-home visit, I guess, plain and simply, why did you choose South Carolina?
Yeah, I think obviously the opportunity that Coach Beamer they had when I was a sophomore, they offered me and they believed in me really early, which was a huge step for me. And then going through the whole recruiting process, they stayed the same the whole time. They recruited me harder than any other school did in the country. It felt like home for the first time I stepped on campus, and I visited about 100 and something times now. So it feels like that every single time I go back down there. Then obviously bringing in Coach Loggins, he's been great for me. Learning from him and learning his offense through what I've seen during practice and stuff like that. And then getting down there, learning the offense early is going to be awesome. And obviously the fan base is one of the best in the country. Whether win or lose, draw, I mean, they're still supportive, and within recruiting rights and all that other stuff too. Then just the opportunities you have off the field. I'm sure, as everybody knows, being able to recruit now is huge in the whole NIL landscape of everything. So it was a place I wanted to go and create a great class and create a legacy at an SEC school, which can be really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And that kind of you are alluding into my next question. How awesome is that to be able to, kind of be committed early in a class and just kind of help recruit the class around you? How awesome is that experience?
Yeah, it was great. I've been committed for 2 years now, and it's not like anybody stopped recruiting me once I committed. But I kind of let them all know that the whole process was shut down and stuff like that. But now being able to recruit my class, recruit the class that we all wanted to shape and form, and we're still recruiting the guys that we want. But like everybody said, we have maybe one of the best, if not the best, offensive line classes in the country. And then the 23 class, they had a bunch of great offensive linemen too that played this year for the team. So just being able to have those guys, have Mazio obviously join me pretty early, best receiver in the state, if not in the country. So it's been awesome just to see the guys develop and recruit them from such a start.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure you're staying in touch with a lot of guys in your class as you do. Who excites you the most? Obviously, you talked about it a little bit, the Great Wall of Carolina and Josiah Thompson, Cam Pringle. Then you also have Tree and Tro already in the lineup. Like you said, who excites you the most? If you can pinpoint anybody, I know it's hard to pick favorites out of a class so talented, but who excites you the most out of your class, and who are you most excited to go play alongside at South Carolina?
Yeah, I think it's hard to pick a guy, like pick one or two guys that you want to go play with or go play against or whatever. But I don't really have any favorites. I'm just happy that they're all coming in the class. They all decided to join me when I committed. They all decided to join Coach Beamer what he's building. So it's not really a favorite, but I'm happy we got the guys up front blocking for me, and then I'm happy we got the guys on defense, and then the guys catching the ball and running the ball too. So it's gonna be really fun.
All right, so Dante, walk me through. Obviously, like I said, your next couple months or so is a little hectic. Walk me through. You got the All-America game coming up. What does your schedule look like from here forward?
Yeah, so I graduate December 15th, which will be really fun, and obviously I'll get to do all that stuff from my school, and then I go down to the All-American game December 28th. We have to help draft the teams, captains of the game, so that'll be really cool to see, and really fortunate to go do that with those type of guys. And then I enroll at South Carolina January 4th, the day after the game, which is January 3rd. So it's been hectic, and it's trying to train and all that stuff too as well. But it's everything I ever wanted, so it's been fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it is going to be a hectic couple months, but then, you're in college, man. How much does that excite you too, being able to be on one of the best campuses in the country and just kind of enroll early, and how much will that benefit you as number one as like a football player, but two from a college kid perspective too?
Yeah, it's obviously great. Columbia is a great city. Like you said, it's a great college town. I know a lot of people from up here, the Northeast, go down there to Carolina. So it's going to be really excited. I'm really looking forward to obviously the game days and game day atmospheres, but just spending the weekend down there. It's really nice weather too, so I won't have to worry about 5 or 6 inches of snow. So it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still in the 60s, 50s, 60s down here, man. I'm still wearing shorts, so
Yeah,
be ready. It gets
must be nice.
warmer, trust me. Um, so sticking with that a little bit, do you have a major in mind, anything like that? Like you're going to be in on campus taking classes as a freshman. Do you have a major or stuff like that lined up?
Yeah, so I'm going to do a sports management major.
Sweet. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my minor. There's good people over in that program. A lot of football players as well. I've seen in my classes and stuff. So that's awesome. And sure, every once in a while that comes up from fans too. It's like, what are these guys majoring in? So
yeah,
it's good to know that it is a real major. I can confirm.
yes,
Um, love that. So let's see. So your dad obviously is a Division I football head coach. I famously picked his Yale Bulldogs in the staff picks by $1 billion over Harvard. Wasn't quite $1 billion, but talk to me about your dad. How awesome is that coming up with a coach in Division I, a dad who's a coach in Division I? How awesome has that been?
yeah. It's been great just for my development as a player and going throughout the years, watching his players do what they do, have them being so successful, whether it's on the field or off the field. Those are one of the top. Yale's one of the top prestigious institutions in the country. So seeing those guys excel on both on and off the field has been awesome for me. And then obviously the whole weight training program, weight staff. I mean, we just got done throwing with the players when they were free. So I went over there and threw with those guys. But the bonds I built with them, learning from them, learning from the guys that he has in the league, learning from a bunch of Navy SEALs that he has, learning from guys that work on Wall Street. It's been great for me, my development. I can't thank his players enough for everything that they've done for me. And obviously my dad, he's been great for me. He's a defensive guy. So we kind of go back and forth at it a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that was funny how you and your brother are both offensive guys, and your dad is a defensive minded coach.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's just the way it all worked out. My brother's really athletic and I can throw a football. So that's how it worked out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, your brother Vince, I'm seeing clips of you guys just throwing it. It's exciting stuff coming out of the Reno family.
Yeah. He's
Um,
going to be a great
so
player.
yeah, absolutely. And maybe possibly a South Carolina look down the road as well.
Hopefully.
You would hope, right? Because you're
Yeah.
seeing Jelon Kilgore's brother picked up an offer as well. So Dante, before your episode drops, we're going to tease it a little bit. But this week I'm having Jeremy Smith, the director of Garnet Trust. Obviously, it's a big topic right now with the transfer portal and everything going on. Walk me through just kind of what conversations you've had with the staff about NIL. I know you're not coming to South Carolina specifically based on NIL. It's more of a ball decision, but what kind of conversations have you had with the staff, and what does that all look like from a recruit's perspective?
Yeah. I think from a recruit's perspective, it's something that you get when you play football and you earn that. Now that's what it was meant to be. You're not supposed to go out and buy players. You're not supposed to go out and tamper with players. And I know from my dad's staff, and I know from around college football, it's happening a lot now. People are just tampering with players. They're calling them. They say, "Hey, we got this amount of money. Come play for us." And when they get there, they don't get that money. So it's really interesting, the whole NIL landscape. In South Carolina, they do it the right way. So I'm really excited to look forward to that stuff. But it's just the college football world and transfer portal has been crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. As it's heating up this time of year, and which is also why I'm getting the good interviews, why I brought you out to be on my show, have to get the real scoop from around Gamecock athletics and whatnot. So Dow Loggins has played a very big role in your recruitment, like we said. What is he like as a person? Obviously, I feel like he doesn't get to show his personality as much in the pressers. What's he like as a person? And then also, what does he mean in your recruitment?
Yeah, he's the man. He's been around the league for a long time. He's been around college football for a long time. So he's been great for me just for my development as a player, even this year, from the short time that he recruited me from last year up until now. He's been great. I mean, he kept in contact with me every single week, if not every single day. I can't thank him enough for that stuff, and I can't wait to go play for him. And he's one of the greatest offensive coordinators in the country, I'd say, from what he had to do with this year with Spencer and all the players that got hurt early and still being able to produce the numbers that Spencer put out this year, and which evidently will lead him to being a high draft pick this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And you brought up Spencer. I was going to ask you about him too as well. Obviously he's not going to be here when you get here, but still very instrumental in your recruitment. What talks have you guys had about just coming in and adjusting to college football?
Yeah, Spencer's been great for me because he was with the offense coordinator and quarterback coach I committed to, and then he's
Mhm.
also had to work with Coach Loggins. So the talks I've had with Spencer have been great. I can't thank him enough for everything he's done for me, and he's gonna have a huge future in the NFL, and he's gonna do great things. I think he's gonna play in the Senior Bowl too as well. So can't wait to watch him there and watch his pro day and see how he balls out in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely. A beloved Gamecock, Spencer Rattler, paid his dues and certainly made a name for himself after transferring in this age of the portal. All right. So, Dante, before I get you out of here, what excites you the most about coming to South Carolina? What is the it factor? What are you excited the most about getting on campus and just being here?
Yeah, I think the opportunity to go and compete, be the best player I can possibly be, whether it's with Coach Day and the training staff, being the best player I can off the field, in the community as well with all the Gamecock fans, and they always show out everywhere you're at. So being able to do all that stuff, then obviously producing on the field, winning games, that's what it comes down to. That's what SEC football comes down to, and then that's what life comes down to at the end of the day is winning games. So being able to do that stuff at such a great university, I'm really excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And before I get you out of here, is there anything you want to plug? Anything like that? I know you got a lot going on right now, but I'll give you a little blurb like I do with everyone else.
No, I mean, shout out to my family, my parents, for going through this crazy ride with me these last couple months. Just everybody waiting down there in South Carolina for our class. It's gonna be really excited. I'm really excited. They should be really excited. So it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, sweet. Dante, I appreciate it as always. You coming on the podcast, showing love. I'm excited to watch the All America game. Everyone tune into that. It should be really exciting, and also excited to see what you can do in the spring and there forward for the Gamecocks.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries.